Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 season is on the air. Today's date is July 29th, 1988. This is our final game in this month. We are back at Stade Olympique for a big National League East matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Montreal Expos. The Expos come into this game a record of 61-39. At the moment, they are in first in the National League East, leading the Pirates by a game. The Cardinals, however, are in third place, 59-42. They have a 4-game lead on the Mets, who are in fourth. So far, this 88 season has gone anything but chalk. As the Mets are in fourth place, they were leader in the division at this time of the year during that season. This has been a weird season so far. So right now, I have no idea who's going to take the division and who's going to make the postseason. Anything is possible as we got 2 months left in this replay. So your guess is as good as mine how this season is going to end and how the postseason is going to go. I have no idea. Brian B. and Brian Patterson are first to join us here at Stade Olympique. The Cardinals historically won this game 7-5. Each team had 11 hits and an error. Every time the Cardinals and the Expos get together, I get a weird game. And of course, the craziest game I ever played was the 1985 NLDS Game 3 between the Expos and the Cardinals at Busch Stadium. For those of you who have never seen it, check it out. Be prepared for 3 hours of craziness, because that's exactly how that game went. But tonight, the Expos are in first. The Cardinals are in third. This has been a very weird season. Can the Expos hold first place? Can the Cardinals get near the postseason? Well, let's see what tonight's game has to change. Let's see what tonight's game has to say. Let's take a look at the starting pitcher. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos tonight was Pascual Perez. Good pitcher. 12 wins, 8 losses, no saves. A 2.44 ERA. An excellent season on the mound. 12-8 tells me that he probably didn't get run support in some of those games. But a 2.44 ERA, Perez could be pretty solid. So, we got a big game today here in the National League East, and let's get right to it. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Cardinals, of course, is left fielder Vince Coleman, 260 average, 3 homers, 38 RBIs. We'll be using blue, white, and powder blue dice. The Expos are the home team. So all set and ready to go. A big game here in this division. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say. 2-1, that's an out. And just like that, it's a ground ball hit to third. And that'll be handled by Greg Nettles for the first out. Next up will be, of course, the Wizard of Oz. Shortstop, Ozzie Smith. Hall of Famer? Yep. 270 average, 3 homers, 51 RBIs. Perez will go ahead and pitch. 1-4 against the switch left. That's a blank. Smith, 5-4. That's a line drive into short. That's going to be caught by Hudler, by Rex Hudler, and that's out number 2. Next batter will be the center fielder, Willie McGee, 292 average, 3 homers, 50 RBIs. Perez will go ahead and pitch. Perez, 4-3, strikeout plus 10, swing and a miss, struck him out. Stade Olympique adds 1 to strikeout, subtracts 1 from walks, and that'll be the first strikeout for Perez. He had 131 of them in 88, and the Cardinals will go down in order, 1, 2, 3. As Frank Rosenk joins us here for Stade Olympique. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals tonight is Jose DeLeon. 13 wins, 10 losses, a 3.67 ERA. He got the call tonight for the Cardinals. Not a bad year for him. 3.67 ERA is nothing to sneeze at. Leading off for the Expos, center fielder Otis Nixon, 244 average and 15 RBIs in 88. DeLeon with the pitch. 6-6, strikeout 6, and he will get Nixon. Struck him out. First strikeout for DeLeon. He had 208 of them that year. That's not bad for 225 innings pitched. As David Vega now joins us here at Stade Olympique. Next batter for the Expos will be the center fielder, Dave Martinez. Martinez was with the Chicago Cubs earlier in the year. He is now an Expo. 255 average, 6 homers, 46 RBIs. DeLeon with the pitch. 6-6, strikeout 15, and he just missed it. Martinez, 4-5, and that's a fly to right. And Brunansky will get to it for out number 2. We are, of course, approaching the trade deadline in the 88 season, so we're going to see some player movement here and the rest of the last 2 months. Next up for the Expos, first baseman Wallace Johnson. Galarraga got the day off. 309 average and 3 RBIs that year. As Steeler fan now joins us here at Stade Olympique. DeLeon, 2-2 against the switch left. That's a blank. Johnson, 6-3, and it's a base hit right past the pitcher. He'll hit it past DeLeon up the middle. And Johnson will get himself a single. And you watched the replay last night for once 10-minute ticker was not rigged. Oh, you be quiet. Oh, you be quiet. Runner on first. And now we'll see the right fielder, Hubie Brooks. I always felt he was underrated. 279 average, 20 homers, 90 RBIs. Johnson, not really a threat to do anything, and he's not. DeLeon, 2-6. That's at the park. Stade Olympique, 6-6, and that's a ground out to short. It'll be handled by the Wizard of Oz, and he's going to throw to second to get Johnson, and that will end the inning. No score after 1. As David Vega watching his Cardinals tonight. Top of the second. Coming up first for the Redbirds will be right fielder Tom Brunansky. 240 average, 23 homers, 85 RBIs. Pascual Perez with the pitch. 2-1, that's an out. And that is going to be a ground out to short, handled easily by Rex Hudler. 1 down. And now we'll see third baseman Terry Pendleton. 253 average, 6 homers, 53 RBIs in 88. Perez will go ahead and deal. 1-4. Against the switch left, that is a blank. Pendleton, 2-2. And against the righty, that's a grounder to second base. And it will be Tom Foley throwing him out at first, 2 down. And now the Redbirds will send up first baseman Mike Laga. 130 average, 1 homer, 4 RBIs. Laga is at first base tonight for the Cardinals. Only played about 41 games for them in the 88 season. Perez will go ahead and pitch as Joe Oterney joins us here at Olympic Stadium. 1-3 against the lefty, blank. Laga, a 2-2, ground out to first, handled easily by Johnson. He'll take it himself. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Leading off for the Expos will be third baseman Greg Nettles. 172 average, a homer, 14 RBIs. It played in about half the games for the Expos in 88. Of course, this is Greg Nettles' one of his last years in the season. DeLeon, 6-6, strikeout 18, that is high. Nettles, 1-3, a ground out to short, handled easily by Ozzie Smith. Here's Tom Foley. He's at second base for tonight, a 265 average, 5 homers, 43 RBIs. Foley is second base was his best position that year. DeLeon, a 3-2, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, struck him out, got him on a curve. And that'll be strikeout number 2 for DeLeon. Expo catcher coming up, Nelson Santovania, 236 average, 8 homers, 41 RBIs in 88. DeLeon with the pitch. 6-1, strikeout. The 19 is high. Santovania, 4-3, and that's a single. He hits one past third, and the Expos will get a 2-out base knock. He'll hold at first base. And now here's the Expos shortstop, Rex Hudler, 273 average, 4 homers, 14 RBIs. Shortstop was not his best position in 88, but Hudler was a decent fielder overall. Strategy roll, nothing on the 15. Santovania will stay there. DeLeon, 1-3, error on a grounder. Hudler, 2-3. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Smith. His error rating is a 7. That's a 13. He'll take care of it. Toss it over to second to get Santovania. And that retires the side. No runs and a hit. No score after 2. As Doug Hunt joins us here at Stade Olympique. Top of the third. Leading off for the Redbirds will be Jose Oquendo. He is at second base tonight. 277 average, 7 homers, 46 RBIs for the Cardinals that year. Expos, Perez, 2-2, error on a throw. Oquendo, 4-6. That's a fly out the left. Getting under that will be Nixon. He'll make the catch for the out. Here comes the catcher, Tony Pena, 263 average, 10 homers, 51 RBIs in 88. Perez with the pitch. Perez, 3-2, range play. Pena, 6-6. It's a fly ball hit to right field. That ball is hit to Hubie Brooks. His range is a 4. It is a 4. He'll make the catch on the run and put it away. 2 outs. Nice play by Brooks. 2 down. YouTube wouldn't allow you to post the link in the chat. That's wank. That's weird. If it won't allow you to post the link in the chat, just post it in my comments just post it in the comments. I think you can post it in the comments section of the video when it's posted. I think, I'm not sure. I am not blocking anybody. Anybody that at least anything they want to promote, any plugs you guys want to do, please do. Here comes the pitcher, Jose DeLeon, a 139 average and 2 RBIs in 88. Perez will deal. 5-3. Home run result, but DeLeon has zeros there. DeLeon, 5-3, and he's going to ground out to second base. That'll be taken care of by Foley. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Perez. We go to the bottom of the third. You haven't tried yet, but you thought they auto-block links. Try it anyway. See what happens. Leading off for the Expos will be their pitcher, Pascual Perez. An 0.37 average. Pretty much the only way he's going to get a hit is probably off a failed range play. DeLeon, or the ballpark card. DeLeon, 5-6. There's a range play for you. Perez, 3-6. And that ball is hit to right field. That is an 11. It's going to be too high, but it's a range play for Brunansky. His range is a 1. That is a 6. And that's going to be a single for Perez. So what do I say? The only way he gets a hit is off a failed range play or something, and that's what he got. Base hit for Perez. He can't believe he's on base. That normally would be a fly out to right field, but because it's a range play, Brunansky couldn't make it. As Mike Eisenberg now joins us here at Stade Olympique. I keep blocking the ladies. That's different. Those ladies are not what you really want to deal with. Infield double play. Nixon is the next batter. He's 0 for 1. Perez is probably not doing anything, and he is not. Nixon will swing. DeLeon, 2-1. Range play again. Nixon, 4-4. Ground out to first. And that ball is hit to Laga. At double play depth, his range is a 2. He's not going to get it. And that's going to be a base hit for Nixon. That'll be a single for Otis Nix as he hits it past Laga. Perez, a base runner 2, will not be fast enough. He will have to hold it second on the single. But now the Expos are in business. And I got to tell you, Montreal, this team, speak for yourself, whatever. This team, this Expos team is in first place in the National League East, and believe it or not, they're playing like it. Here's Martinez. Martinez 0 for 1. Infield still double play. And that is a 19. Martinez gets the bunt sign, but he's going to swing with runners at first and second. DeLeon, 2-2 against the lefty. That is a blank. Martinez, 5-5, and that is a ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn it. 1-1-1. Shortstop, pivot, Smith, 0. Only on a 1, they turn a double play. That is a 3. They're not going to get it. Perez will go to third base. Nixon's going to be fast enough to reach second base. So the only play that Laga has is to get to first, and he'll take it himself, and that will be an out. So runners advance on a ground out to first base. And now the batter is Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 1. Canadian World Series, maybe. You never know. Toronto, Montreal would be fun to play. Runners at second and third. Infield will play in. Strategy, nothing on the 9. DeLeon will pitch. DeLeon, 6-5 against the switch left. Walk plus, and that will be ball 4. And now the bases are loaded. So now DeLeon getting him in a jam. That's the first walk issued by DeLeon. He had 79 of them in 88. And now a big chance for Hubie Brooks. He's 0 for 1. Infield is going to stay at double play depth. It's going to stay at infield in. Let's see if they won't, because right now, as I said, the Cardinals are in third, but they're only 2 games back of the Expos. 4 teams fighting for 3 spots in the National League East. It's still anybody's division. Strategy roll. That is a 5. No play. DeLeon with the pitch. 4-4. Range play at the park. Olympique Stadium. 5-6. And that is a blank. We got a rare play instead. So let's see what we have. 66. And if outdoors, a storm front passes through, causing a rain delay. But we are at Olympique Stadium. Last I checked, it's halfway a dome, so that's not going to happen. So that will be caused out. So there will not be a rain delay up there for this one. So I will bypass it and re-roll the at-bat. DeLeon will go ahead and make the pitch again. I'll make that a foul ball. 3-1, error on a throw. Brooks, 4-4. That's a ground ball to short. Here we go again. 3. It's an error on a throw. Let's see. 3 and 3. So it has to go. So it's infield in. So it's coming to the. We got to find out first where it's going to. And that is a 3, by the way. We'll hold it. So it's a ground ball to short. The shortstop is Smith. His error rating is a 7. That is a 3. And that is going to be an error on a throw. So we're going to get a couple of runs here. So let's see where this ball went to. A 1-3, it's a double. It would have been a double play. That is a 3. So the throw goes to home. The throw goes home to Pena, and it's a bad throw, so that's going to bring in a run. Pena's range is a 5. Does he prevent the ball from going past him? And it's a 6. He does not. So here's what happens. Perez will come in to score. We'll move the runners up 1 base automatically. Now Nixon's base running rating is a 4. The ball gets past him. Does Nixon score? Yes, he does. Nixon comes in to score on a very bad throw. And that is a 4. Johnson's base runner is a 2. He will hold at second base, and the Expos will take a 2-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yippee! So that's going to be an E6. And that will bring in 2 runs. The one die roll to see if the runners move up. Johnson only pertains to the entire group. So Johnson does hold at second base. Brooks holds at first, but the Expos have a 2-0 lead after a huge error. First error on the Cardinals. They did have an error in the game historically. And now the batter will be Nettles. Nettles is 0 for 1. As the Wizard of Oz commits an error, now the infield will go back to double play depth. Strategy, nothing on the 10. DeLeon will pitch. DeLeon, 3-5, strikeout 14, just missed. Nettles, 2-5, that's a ground out to first. Let's see if they get it this time. 3-3-3. Shortstop pivot, Smith 0, a 1-3, it's a double play. And this time they will turn a 3-6-3 double play and end the inning. Expos 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 error. And the Expos will have a 2-0 lead here after 3. As a big error made by Ozzie Smith, who threw the ball wide of Pena, and Pena could not make the range play to prevent it from going past him. So that allows an extra run to score. We go to the top of the 4th. Albert Price joins us here at Olympique Stadium. You watched my last selection show. It was really fun to watch. Wasn't sure how you chose your replay year, but that was a lot of fun. The replay year was chosen by votes. So at the end of the selection show, everybody gets to vote from the 4 selections they get. So, and that voting goes on throughout my World Series. The voting continues until the season review and reveal show, where I tally out the number of votes and tell you which season was chosen for the next replay. That's done by voting. You guys get to choose which season you want to watch me play. And I don't care which one it is. Right from 1956 to 2022, I don't care. I will have fun with it anyway. Top of the 4th, 2-0 Expos. Vince Ricky Henderson wannabe Coleman leads off. He's 0 for 1. Perez will pitch. 5-2, possible error. Coleman, 6-6 against a righty. That is not going to be an error. That's going to be a slow hit grounder to second. That's picked up by Foley. Coleman, a base runner 3, throws to first. Got him, 1 out. Coleman comes up a little short, and that's going to be a ground out to first. Ground out to second instead, as no error occurs on that. And now here comes Smith. Smith is 0 for 1. There you go, Brian B. 1 out. Perez with the pitch. Perez, 6-4, strikeout. 17 is high. Smith, 1-4, ground out to third. And that'll be taken care of by Nettles. And that's out number 2. 2 down for McGee. McGee is 0 for 1. Perez looking up. And now he deals 1-5. That's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly ball to center field. Martinez is going to get to that one. And he's going to make the catch. Side retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Down 2-0 here as we go to the bottom of the 4th. DeLeon gets back on the mound. And Tom Foley leads off for the Canadians. He is 0 for 1. The link is showing up there, Brian B. I see the link. It's there. DeLeon with the pitch. 5-6, range play. Foley, 4-3, ground out to second base. That ball is hit to Oquendo. He was very good at second base. His range is a 5. And that is a 2. He'll make the play. 1 out. Nice play by Oquendo. And now here's Santovania, and he's 1 for 1 with a single. Philip Reynolds joins us here at Stade Olympique. DeLeon, 1-6, home run chance against the righty, a 1-3. The 3 is good. Santovania needs a 10 or more, and he'll go yard. No, it's a 16. 4-3, but instead he slaps a base hit past third. So Santovania gets a fat pitch. Can't do everything with it, but he will get his second hit of the game. Next up is Hudler. Hudler 0 for 1, infield double play. Santovania had 2 stolen bases, and he ain't going. DeLeon will go ahead and make the pitch. Roberto is doing just fine, Mr. Reynolds, sir. DeLeon, 3-5, strikeout 1. He got Hudler, and now he swung at a bad curveball there. And that is strikeout number 2 for DeLeon. He had 208 of them in 88, and that is the second out. Batter now is Perez. Perez got a base hit his first time up. Failed range play. Santovania, and he'll stay at first. DeLeon, 1-4 against the righty. Home run result, but Perez has zeros there. Not happening. Perez, 6-6, and it's a fly ball to left field. He does hit it deep. And going back is Coleman. He's getting close to the track, but he's going to make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit. Expos have a 2-0 lead after 4. John Haverly joins us here at Stade Olympique. I hope I said that right. Is it Haverly or Haverly? Let me make sure I pronounce your name right. Haverly, as in have, or Haverly? How you pronounce that there? As in hay. Long A, so Haverly. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. And welcome to the chat. Top of the 5th inning. Expos have a 2-0 lead here. Tom Brunansky leads off for the Redbirds. He's 0 for 1. Perez, he'll pitch. 5-6, range play at the park. Olympic Stadium, 3-3. That's a double into left field, but it's a range play for Otis Nixon. His range is a 4. He'll make the catch and take a double away from Brunansky. 1 out. That's a fly out to left. Well hit ball, but Nixon was there to make the play. Next batter will be Pendleton. Pendleton is 0 for 1. Perez, he will pitch. 3-2, range play. Pendleton, 1-5. That's a fly ball to center field. This time it's up to Dave Martinez. His range is a 3, and he won't get that one. And that's going to drop for a base hit. So Pendleton hits one in front of Martinez, and that's the first hit of the game for the Cardinals. As Perez goes 4 1/3, no hit ball. So Pendleton goes to first, and now the batter is Laga. Laga's 0 for 1, infield double play. Pendleton had 3 stolen bases. That's an 18, nothing happening. Perez will go ahead and pitch. Perez, 2-6, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out on a 1. Laga was completely fooled by that. Strikeout number 2 for Perez. And now Okendo. Okendo 0 for 1. Pendleton with 3 stolen bases. That's a 14, nothing happening. Perez will pitch to Okendo. Pitch underway. 4-1. Wild pitch. And that's a possible pass ball. That is a 5, and that's going to be a pass ball on Santovania. His pass ball rating is a 1. Pendleton will go to second. Re-rolling the strat. Nothing on the 16. Pendleton stays at second. Perez will now pitch to Okendo again. Perez, 4-6, strikeout 5, and he got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that retires the side. 3rd strikeout for Perez. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals going to the bottom of the 5th. As a Mets fan, it really doesn't matter who loses this game, but my Mets, who are right now 4 games back of the Cardinals for 3rd, need to win games, and I need some help. As we are approaching the month of August, as we are approaching the playoff push, the pennant race is only 1 month away. We go to the bottom of the fifth, and it will be Otis Nixon leading off. He's 1 for 2. DeLeon, he will deal. DeLeon, 4-4, range play at the park. Olympique Stadium, 2-3, and that's grounded at the plate. That's going to be a range play for Pena. He was good. His range is a 5. He'll pick it up and throw to first to get the out, 1 down. Bounced right in front of the plate, but Pena jumped right on top of it. Martinez is next. He's 0 for 2. DeLeon, how many Ks for DeLeon so far? He has 3. DeLeon has 3 strikeouts at the moment. DeLeon with the pitch. 5-3, strikeout 15. Nope, that's too high. Just missed. Martinez 3-1. That's a fly out to right. It'll be handled by Brunansky. Next up is Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 1, a single and a walk. DeLeon, they'll go ahead and pitch. DeLeon, 4-5, strikeout 3, and he got him. Strikeout number 4 for DeLeon. And that was a good swing and a miss by Johnson. And that is a 1-2-3 inning on the Expos. But they have a 2-0 lead due to a big error by Ozzie Smith after 5. Another low-scoring game. And another fast-moving game. 31 minutes into the stream, already in the 6th inning. But, of course, we know what happened last night when I said something like that. We had extras. Tony Pena leads off against Perez, and Pena's 0 for 1 in the top of the 6th. Perez will go ahead and pitch. Perez, 6-2, range play. Pena, 4-6. That's a ground ball to short. It'll be picked up by Hudler. His range is a 4. He'll make the play. Nice job by Hudler. He'll throw to first to get the out, 1 down. There is some pretty decent defense going on in there tonight. Here's DeLeon. DeLeon is 0 for 1. Perez, he will pitch. 4-2 against the righty. Walk. The 17 is high. DeLeon, 3-1, and that's a ground out to third. That'll be taken care of there by Nettles, 2 outs. Top of the batting order for the Redbirds. Here is Vince. I want to be Ricky Henderson Coleman. Perez will go ahead and deal it. 1-4 against the switch left. That is a blank. Coleman, 6-6, and against the righty, that will be a single. He hits it past second base. And the Cardinals get a base runner there. That's the second hit of the game for them. A chance for the Wizard of Oz to try to make up for the error, which allowed an extra run to score. Actually allowed both runs to score, really. 2-0. Coleman had 81 stolen bases. He gets the steal sign. And he should make it. 15 plus 1 is 16. Santavania, 0 arm. They're going to send him. There goes Coleman. A 1-16. The throw down to second base. And he gets under the tag, and he'll be safe. So now a run in scoring position. First stolen base for Coleman. Strategy roll. That's a 15. Now Coleman will stay at second base. Perez with the pitch. Perez, 5-4 against the switch left. That is a blank. Smith, 4-6. And that is a ground ball to third. Handled easily by Nettles. He throws to first. Side retired. Pascual Perez doing a heck of a job tonight. No runs, a hit, and a stolen base. We go to the bottom of the 6th here. DeLeon will stay on the mound. Leading off for the Expos will be Hubie Brooks. He is 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Stade Olympique. Mr. Rawlings always likes to lurk. He's just a lurker. Only shows up when he wants to be noticed. DeLeon, 6-5 against the righty, blank. Brooks, 3-4, ground out, second base. And that will be Okendo making the play. One down. Chuck Rawlings is just a lurker. That's all he is. Here's Nettles. Nettles is 0 for 2. But he's a Tigers fan, so there's nothing wrong with that either. DeLeon, 1-4 against the lefty. That is a blank. Nettles, 1-5. That's a base hit. He hits that one past second. And the Expos get a runner on base now. DeLeon's done a good job himself. That's only the sixth hit he's surrendered. The runs were unearned because it was an error. Infield double play coming up. And here comes Foley. Foley 0 for 2. Nettles, and that is a 2. He ain't going anywhere. DeLeon will go ahead and pitch to Foley. But a darn good game player, too. Yes, you are. Don't remember the Nettles in Montreal at all. Yeah, very late in his career. I think this was his last season. DeLeon, 2-6. That's at the park. Olympique Stadium, 6-3. And that is going to be a fly out to center field. McGee will come under that one and grab it for 2 outs. Nettles, of course, stays where he is. Here comes Santovania, and he's got 2 singles tonight. He's 2 for 2. Pascual, I-295 Perez, yes. Frank Wainscott joins us here at Stade Olympique. What do you mean customs was a pain? Didn't you have your passport on you? Here it comes, let's see, strategy roll again. Nothing on the 12. DeLeon, 2-4, strikeout 13. Yes, he got him. Called strike 3 on Santovania. Should have swung at that one. That'll be strikeout number 5, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Expos. And we got a 2-0 lead here after 6. JAA joins us here at Stade Olympique. Top of the 7th here. There were 12 runs historically scored in this game, and we got a pitcher's duel. Another pitcher's duel tonight. Lately, as I said, been getting some low scores. Willie McGee leads off for the Redbirds, and he is 0 for 2. Perez still has plenty in the tank. Perez, 3-3 against the switch left. That is a blank. McGee, 6-6, and he popped it up. That's a pop out to short. That'll be handled by Hudler. 1 down. Here comes Brunansky, and he's 0 for 2. Perez, he'll go ahead and pitch. Perez, 4-2 against the righty. Walk. Yes, that will be ball 4, and Brunansky will walk to first. He got a lot of walks in 88 against righties. And that's the first walk issued by Perez. He only had 38 of them in 88. That's pretty good. 38 walks in 188 innings pitched. That's pretty good control. Now a chance for the Redbirds. Here's Pendleton. He's 1 for 2. Infield double play. Brunansky had 17 stolen bases. And that is a 3. He does get the steal sign. 14 plus 1 is 15. Santovania, 0 arm. I'm going to send him a 1-15. Brunansky takes second. The throw. And he's safe. He gets in there pretty cleanly. He's safe by about a foot. And he steals the base. So now a runner at second. Strat, nothing on the 17. Pendleton gets the bunt sign. He waves it off. Perez will go ahead and pitch. Perez, 1-3 against the switch left. That is a blank. Pendleton, 2-2, and against the righty. Fly out to center field. Martinez is going to come under it, make the play for out number 2. And let's see. Brunansky, a base runner 3. -2 to center, +1 arm. So Brunansky, the only way he gets to third is on a 2. And he will get to third base as the ball was hit deep enough. And Brunansky goes to third. So moves on a sacrifice. The batter now is Laga, but we are in the 7th inning, so we're gonna see a pinch hitter for him. And let's see who they're gonna want to bring up. And they will go. So Laga will come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Cardinals will be Tom Pagnozzi, a 282 average and 15 RBIs. He will not be taking over first. I don't think I'm going to have him take over first. Or will I? He may have to here. Yeah, he will take over first base. So we're going to set. So he will take over first. So on comes Pagnozzi. Or do I want to do it that way? Now he'll do it. So Pagnozzi will take over first base, 2 outs, as he'll now come in for Laga. Pagnozzi, a much better hitter. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. Perez will go ahead and pitch. Perez, 5-5. That is a blank. He's not tired. Pagnozzi, 4-1, and it's a ground ball to short. It'll be handled by Hudler. Takes his time, throws to first, side retired. Nothing across except a walk and a stolen base. And Pascual Perez is mowing him down. And we are already at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. And, of course, this being the last game that I play in the month of July, the standings at the end of the month will be posted in the Universal Baseball Lounge on Facebook. Just go there, and you'll get the standings for that the month. Since it is the end of the month, there will be no ball game tomorrow night. So there will be no Friday night baseball, as we will return on Saturday night, and it will be for August 1st. I know Chuck Rawlings will definitely not miss Saturday Night Baseball because we're going to see the Detroit Tigers take on the Kansas City Royals. Doyle Alexander will be going for the Tigers, and Mark Gubaza will go for the Royals. So a big game between those two. Detroit in the top 3 in the American League East. Kansas City, top 3 American League West. Anything is possible in those divisions. So a big game on Saturday night. It will be August 1st. The Tigers and the Royals join me on that game for Saturday night. There will be no baseball tomorrow night as I get a break in between the months. Got to rest the voice, you know. Bottom of the 7th inning, Expos lead 2-0 here. Let's see. DeLeon, he can pitch to 3 more batters, and he's due to bat third. They will let him pitch. And Rex Hudler leads off. He is 0 for 2. Expos a 2-0 lead. DeLeon with the pitch. DeLeon, 5-5, wild pitch, ball 1. 6-2, that is a blank. He's not tired. Hudler, 2-6, and it's a fly out to center field, and McGee will handle it. 1 out. Perez will come up to bat. He still has 3 more batters he can face. They're going to let him pitch there. He's pitching a shutout. This is 1988, not 2023. DeLeon will go ahead and make the pitch. DeLeon, 4-6. That is a pitcher result. A righty, a 1 is needed for a base hit past the pitcher. He almost got it. That was a 4. 3-4, and instead he ground out back to the pitcher. DeLeon will handle it and toss it over to first for out number 2. Next up is Nixon. Nixon 1 for 3 with a single. You'll give George Brett another reason to break out the preparation H. DeLeon 3-6 against the switch left. That is a blank. Nixon 4-6 and against a righty. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to be a single pass first. Nixon keeps the inning alive. So now DeLeon is now tired. And they're going to let him pitch to Martinez. Martinez 0 for 3. Nixon had 46 stolen bases. And he gets the steal sign. I'm going to send him 16-0. And Pena minus one arm. A 1 to 15. He steals second. And he's safe. They don't even throw. That's a 3. That's a 3. And Nixon will easily get to second base as Pena never had a chance to get him. Stolen base for Nixon, his first. Re-roll the strat. And that is a 4. He gets a chance to steal third, but he will stay at second base. DeLeon with the pitch. DeLeon 1-4 against the lefty. Blank. Martinez 3-2. It's a fly ball hit to left. And it will be Coleman getting to it. And he'll put it away and retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a stolen base. Fast-moving game. 2-0 Expos after 7. We go to the 8th. Expos up 2-0. Jose Oquendo leads off for the Cardinals, and he is 0 for 2. Perez with the pitch. Perez 1-1. That's an out. And it's going to be a fly out to center field, and Martinez will camp under it and grab it. 1 down for Pena. Pena's 0 for 2. Perez deals 6-4. Strikeout 11. That's a bit high. Pena 3-1, and that's a ground out to third. Getting over there is Nettles. He'll take his time and toss it over. 2 down. Pinch hitter coming up for Jose DeLeon. His day is done. He actually didn't do too. He actually did pretty good. He only gave up 2 runs on 7 hits, and both runs were unearned due to the error. But the Cardinals will go to the bench. And let's see who they're going to bring out. And, well, it's the 8th inning, so I still go by most at bats. So coming on to pinch hit for the Cardinals is going to be Kurt Ford, a 195 average, a homer, and 18 RBIs. Ford will come on to pitch here. Cardinals using their main lineup actually in this game. Most of their bench players of this later part of the season are on or where they belong. Perez with the pitch. 2-1. That's an out. Boy, he's been excellent. And that's a ground ball hit to first base. Johnson will cover it. He'll take it himself. Another 1-2-3 inning for Pascual Perez. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-0 Expos. Wallace Johnson leads off for the team north of the border. He is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Cardinals do need a pitcher. And let's see who they're going to bring in here. And they got switch right and left. And doesn't matter for Johnson. And I think we're going to go with a righty. And they will go with, they'll go him. Coming on to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be John Costello. 5 wins, 2 losses, a save, a 1.81 ERA. Costello will be the second pitcher for the Redbirds. Johnson is 1 for 2. Bottom of the 8th inning here, 2-0 Expos. Costello, 4-3. Walk plus, that 16 is ball 4, and he walks Johnson. So now the Expos looking for some insurance. That's a second walk given up to Johnson. A chance now for Brooks. Brooks is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Infield double play. Johnson not a threat to do anything. That is a 12. Costello, though, does have pickoff chances, but he will not do anything there. Costello will pitch to Brooks. Pitch from Costello. 2-1. That's at the park. Olympic Stadium. 3-2, and it's a double hit right into right field. That's going to be a big-time hit by UB Brooks. Johnson, base runner 2, double to right, -1. Johnson will only score on a 1, and he does. It's deep enough. Johnson comes all the way around from first, and he will score. Brooks, a base runner 2. Does he take third on the throw? No, he doesn't. He holds it second. Stadium cheers. Yuppie! Big-time RBI double by Hubie Brooks. Expos now have a 3-0 lead here. And nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Here is Nettles. And we may see a pinch hitter for him. And we will. Nettles is going to come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Expos will be Tim Wallach. He'll also take over at third. 257 average, 12 homers, 69 RBIs. So Wallach will now take over at third base. Much better third baseman than Nettles, at least in this season. And you want to bring him in for defense anyway. So here comes Tim Wallach against Costello. Another big run at second base. Want to post the link in your tabletop group. Specify that I'm looking for chat members. Yeah, I know. I'll see what I can do. Run infield is back. Now a 3-0 Expo lead. Strategy rolls are off. Pitcher versus batter. Costello, 5-4. Strikeout 4. He got Wallach. And he gets a big K to get Wallach 1 out. Next up is Foley. He'll bat. He's 0 for 3. After further review, it's Steve Tower joins us here late at Stade Olympique. You had a hard time explaining the border why you had a bag of oregano. Steve, what am I going to do with you? Really, what am I going to do with you? I told you, not oregano, garlic. You never listen. Brooks on at second. Costello with the pitch. 6-6 against the lefty. That's a blank. Foley, 4-4. That's a fly out to center. Getting under there is going to be McGee. That's going to be out number 2, and Brooks will stay at second base. 2 outs. He will not try to go to third, and here comes Santovina. Santovina, good night tonight. 2 for 3, 2 singles. Oh, so you're the one that wanted the oregano. Nice job there, Frank. You and the spices. How did the 88 Mets cross the border? Remember, that's the 88 Mets. The 86 Mets, I think, were always watched. Well, then again, the 88 Mets may have been worse, may have been bad too. Full body cavity. Oh, jeez. Let's not go there. Block drag. Someone please give Brian Peterson the block dragon for that. Costello with the pitch. 4-2. That's at the park. Olympic Stadium, 3-2. And it's going to be a double into right field. Santovina is going to bring in another run. Double into right. Brooks will come around. He will score. Expos now have a 4-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yippee! And that's going to be it for Costello. So he comes in and can't get anything done. The next batter is going to be Hudler, and the Cardinals will go to the bullpen. And they're going to bring out another righty here, and they're probably just going to try to get 1 out if they can. And let's see what's going to be. And they're going to go with Bob Forsch. 10 wins, 8 losses, no saves, a 4.29 ERA. Bob, may the force be with you, will be coming on to pitch to Hudler. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Expos now with a 4-0 lead. Pitch is coming from Force. 6-1. That is a blank. Hudler, 6-3. And that's a ground ball, second base. That'll be handled by Okendo. He takes his time and throws to first. And that ends the inning. But the Expos get 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk, and they have a 4-0 lead here after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We go to the top of the 9th. Expos up 4-0. Pascual Perez is tired. They're going to let him pitch and see if he can go the distance. He does have to face the top of the order. Here is Vince Coleman. And Coleman is 1 for 3, a single and a stolen base. Pascual Perez will try to go the distance, get the shutout, and the complete game. Perez sets up, fans here at Stade Olympique enjoying the ball game. Perez, 6'5", strikeout plus 18, swing and a miss, struck him out. Perez shows no sign of tiring out, and that is strikeout number 4 for Perez. And that's 1 out. 1 down. Here comes Smith. Smith is next. He's 0 for 3. Perez working on a 2-hitter. Perez setting up here with Smith. 1 out. Here it comes. 3-3 against the switch left. That is a blank. Smith, 4-5, and it's a grounder to second base. Foley will cover it up and throw to first. 2 down. And now the fans are on their feet, knowing a win here keeps the Expos in first. And here comes Willie, me, and Bobby McGee. He is 0 for 3. Perez has thrown nothing but beauty tonight. He's done a great job for the Expos. If they get in the postseason, he could be very tough. Perez will go up against McGee. 2 outs here in Olympic Stadium. Fans on their feet. Pitch on the way. 3-6. Strikeout plus. That is a 12. Swing and a miss at high cheese. Struck strikeout. And the inning is over. And that's your game. Expos shut out the Redbirds 4-0. Stadium cheers. Yippee! 5th strikeout for Perez. And the Cardinals had absolutely no answer for him tonight. Big night here for Pascual Perez. And the Expos will get the win here, 4-0. And they'll go ahead and take it and hold on to first in the National League East. Final line score coming up. For the Expos, 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. For the Cardinals, no runs on 2 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher, of course, that's Pascual Perez. He gets the win and goes the distance. He gets a complete game. Jose DeLeon takes a very tough loss, as both runs he gave up were unearned on a ginormous error by Ozzie Smith. The Wizard of Oz did not have his magic tonight for that. That'll do it for tonight, but don't go away. 10-minute ticker is coming right up. One of the quicker games I played, too. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So where did that page go? Oh, right there. So the Expos go ahead and get a 4-0 win on the Cardinals. Let's finish off the month. Let's finish off the month of July. Kansas City at Baltimore, July 29th. Kansas City 13-22, and that's 3. Orioles 4-56, and that is 5. That's a win for the O's. Milwaukee at Boston, big doubleheader for the two. More important for the Red Sox as they're trying to stay above 500. Game 1, Milwaukee 8-16, and that's 2. Red Sox 15-31, and that is 4. That's a win for the Bo Sox. Game number 2, Milwaukee 17-34, and that's 5. Red Sox 15-54, and that's 7. The Red Sox win both games. Boston needs to get into the top 3. They're trailing, but they are still very much alive. California and the White Sox. Angels 15-65, that is 9. White Sox 15-63, and that's 8. That's a close game, but the Angels will come away with the win. Minnesota at Cleveland. Minnesota 10-32, that's 3. Indians 14-36, and that's 5, a win for the Tribe. Texas at Detroit in a doubleheader. Game 1. Texas 7-13, that is 1. Tigers 14-23, and that's 3. Tigers win the first one. Game number 2, Texas 3-21, that is 1. Tigers 11-23, and that is 3. They win both games 3-1. Detroit takes both games of the doubleheader. Oakland at Seattle. Athletics 11-62, and that is 7. Mariners 6-61, and that's 6. That's a win for the A's. Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yankees 11-16, and that is 2. Blue Jays 18-41, and that's 5. A win for the Bluebirds. Astros and the Dodgers. Astros and the Dodgers. Astros 6-56, and that is 5. Dodgers 4-43, and that is 3. And that's a win for the Stros. Pirates and the Mets. With the Cardinal loss, a Met win here would be very big. Pirates 5-25. They're not going to get it. That's going to be 2 because the Mets have a 9-14, and that is 1. And the Pirates will beat the Mets. Both the Dodgers and the Mets seriously underachieving. Cubs and the Phillies. Cubs 10-33, and that's 3. Phillies 9-41, and that is 4. A win for the Phils. Reds and the Padres. Reds 6-54, and that is 5. Padres 12-44, and that is also 5. Extra innings. Reds roll a 4 plus 0. Padres roll a 4 plus 0. That is a tie, which means the Padres will win it in extras due to home field. Atlanta and the Giants. Atlanta 4-51, and that is 4. Giants 13-11, that's 0. And the Braves will win that game. On to July 30th. Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City 18-51. And that's 6. Orioles 6-24, and that is 2. And a win for the Royals. Milwaukee at Boston. Brewers 4-63, and 6 runs. Red Sox 5-31, 2 runs. That will be a win for the Brew Crew. California at the White Sox. Angels 12-26, and that's 3. White Sox 10-46, that's 5, a win for the Chi Sox. Minnesota at Cleveland. Twins 18-45, and that is 6 runs. Indians 3-32, that is 2 runs, a win for the Twin Cities. Texas at Detroit. Rangers 7-42, and that's 4. Tigers 10-33, that's 3, and that will be a win for the Rangers. Oakland at Seattle. Athletics 13-55, and that's 6 runs. Mariners 561, and that's 5 runs. It will be a win for the A's. Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yankees 1431, and that's 4. Blue Jays 1225, and that's 3. It will be a win for the Bronx Bombers. Astros and the Dodgers. Astros 942, that's 4. Dodgers 1251, and that's 5. The Dodgers will beat the Astros. Cardinals and the Expos. Cardinals 612, that's 0. Montreal 243, and that is 3. The Expos are beginning to show that they are going to be a very tough out in the postseason. Pirates and the Mets. Another game I need the Mets to win here. Pittsburgh 544. I'm not going to get it. 544, that is 4. Mets 1421, and that is 3. And the Pirates will beat the Mets again. Cubs and the Phillies. Cubs 1361, and that is 7. Phillies 1112, that's 0, and a win for the Cubs. Reds and the Padres. Reds 1223, and that's 3 runs. Padres 455, that is 5 runs. The Friars win that one. Braves and the Giants. Braves 655, and that is 5. The Giants 1334, and that is 4. The Braves will win the game on the Giants. July 31st, Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City 1263, and that is 8. Orioles 155, and that is 4. A win for the Royals. Milwaukee at Boston. Brewers 431, that's 2. Red Sox 931, that's 3. Both Sox will get a win. California and the White Sox. Angels 1656, that's 7 runs. Chi Sox 1046, and that's 5 runs. A win for the Halos. Minnesota at Cleveland. Twins are right in there. They're right in it. Minnesota 1464, and that's 9. Indians 934, and that is 3. A win for the Twin Cities. Texas at Detroit. Rangers 762, and that's 6. Tigers 1224, and that's 3. The Rangers will win that one. Oakland and the Mariners. Athletics 1136, and that's 4. Mariners 553, and that is 5. They just barely get it, and they will beat the A's. Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yankees 1156, that is 6 runs. Bluebirds 1613, that is 2, and a win for the Yankees. Astros and the Dodgers. Astros minus 112, that's 0. Dodgers 655, that is 5, and the Dodgers will beat the Astros. Cardinals and the Expos. Cardinals 524, and that is 2. Expos 932, and that is 3. A win for the Expos. Pirates and the Mets. The Cardinals have lost all 3 games, and the Mets could not gain any ground. Pirates 6, and won't gain here. 653, that is 5. Mets 725, that is 2. And the Mets lose all 3 games of the Pirates tonight. Cubs and the Phillies. How that team won 1988, I have no idea. Cubs 1252, and that is 6. Phillies 745, and that is 4. It's a win for the Cubs. Reds and the Padres. Reds 335, and that is 3. Padres 855, and that is 6. A win for the Friars. Braves and the Giants in a doubleheader. Game 1, Atlanta 721, that is 2. Giants 1166, that's 10. The Giants win that game. Game number 2, Braves 564, and that is 7. Giants 1915, and that is 3, and they will split the twin bill. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always Saturday night. Our next game will be Saturday. We are in between months. No game tomorrow night. We will return Saturday night for August 1st. We will be at Royal Stadium as the Detroit Tigers take on the Kansas City Royals. Doyle Alexander will go for the Tigers, and Mark Gubicza will go for the Royals. So right now, a big game between Detroit and Kansas City. That will be on Saturday night. The Cats and the Royals, Alexander and Gubicza. Be there or be square. Brian B., Jeff Merklin, Chuck Rawlings, John Haverly. After further review with Steve Tower, Frank Wainscott, Brian Patterson, David Vega. And let's see, getting everyone here. Philip Reynolds, Albert Price, Mike Eisenberg, Frank Rosenk, and of course, last and certainly not least, Steeler fan. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys Saturday night. Pascual Perez goes the distance. Shuts out the Cardinals 4-0. We'll see you guys Saturday night. Have a good one.